Hi, it's Jennifer Hollick with Finding the Answers Journey. It's Friday, May the 3rd, 2019. This is my weekly Choosing You First, Creating Your Life video. I'm very late on that this week. It's been kind of a rough week for me. Part of that has been the weather. We had snow last Saturday, and then Sunday it started to melt, and by Monday we've had rain for the last 4 days. And finally, today it's Friday and the sun is out and everything is flooding and sopping wet. But the sun is out. And I was not intending to come to the park this morning, but I went out to run an errand and I did not sleep at all last night. And my body said, go and sit. And I wish it would have said, bring an extra jacket before I left because it's a little bit breezy this morning, but it's okay. So, whether you're a parent, a caregiver, you're taking care of a business, whatever it is you're doing, sometimes it feels like things just become so overwhelming and you begin to question, why are you here? Why are you in this relationship? Why are you in this career? Why are you in whatever it is you're in that isn't feeling good right now? And there's been a lot of that this week. And a lot of change coming up. And it isn't just about being a caregiver, although that's a really big part of it and a big part of what kept me awake last night. But also, as a parent, my oldest is graduating high school in a few weeks, and my twins are going to graduate 8th grade, and things are going to change. I mean, they've already been changing, and I'm okay with that. I'm not a helicopter parent that needs to oversee every detail of their kid's life, and I've raised my boys to be independent and to make choices, and sometimes they have to learn that those choices have consequences that they should have thought about. So on most levels I'm okay with this, but there is a part of me that is, I don't know, something's showing up like, wow, this is really a big change. And I know for those of you who have kids that have graduated, you get that. I don't know, maybe somebody has some advice for me. I've also been looking at a lot of things in my business, and there are some really amazing things that have been happening, and I'm looking at how can I create more of that, because there really is a need for some of these deeper things. I've been teaching Your Family's War Journey, a transformational masterclass for the last few weeks, and we had our second live facilitation Monday night, and a lot of people have said, the genealogy and the military and the history communities really need to do more than talk about looking for records, because we need to look at these deeper layers of stories. And even while these communities hit on a very shallow level, looking at the story of your family, nobody's going deeper. And the people participating in this class are really, their eyes are opening up to a whole new level of things they never considered. And it's about them, it's about their families, it's about the past, it's about what we can create as a society. And this group of people is just amazing because they share some really deep things, and each of us picks up on some of those threads, and we each see a piece of us within somebody else's story or whatever they're working on, and it's a beautiful thing. So I'm working on something else to go with that, and there's a story that I haven't looked at that I need to in my family that feels like it will kill me to really research and write it and do it justice, but maybe it's getting closer to that time. And then, for being a caregiver, there's a lot of things happening this weekend with my husband, and I have a lot of feelings about that, and a lot of fears and a lot of worries. And I know that gets you nowhere, but this week, I don't know, I'm having a very difficult time pulling myself out of all of that, finding the silver lining or the hope. And I think if you're a caregiver and you've been in that for so long, and you've given up a lot and made a lot of choices to make sure that the other person was taken care of or whatever, and you reach a point where you realize so many things in your life just aren't there anymore. or maybe they could be, but you have a really hard time seeing that that's even possible. And I'm kind of there right now. And on some level, it feels like maybe there's a big turning point coming, and maybe it's all going to be okay. And there's another side of me, mostly my head. My brain is saying all of these negative things and dragging me into a place that's just difficult to get out of this week. And I don't like to stay in those places, but that's just where I am this week. So after not sleeping last night and just feeling a little bit more like a wreck this morning, here I am at the park in the sun, listening to the noisy geese. And I'll do a little bit of self-care today and do some work. And definitely get into the gym later this afternoon so that I can exhaust myself so I sleep tonight. And we'll see. Hopefully this energy will start to shift. And maybe I will do some writing in my journal today and focus just on gratitude, because I think it's been a little while since I've done much of that. So I hope wherever you are and whatever is happening in your life that you're looking for the positive things and looking for the ways to shift your energy. And just know that if you are in a place for a few days where you feel like that's not possible, well, you're not alone, and you can pull yourself out of that. And I know this won't last, and it is bringing a lot to the surface that I probably do need to look at. And that's not a bad thing, I think. Just not always easy to go through. So my invitation to you is to look for the things that you're grateful for. Whether it's that it finally stopped raining and you can sit out in the chilly breeze listening to the geese, or you lost that weight you wanted to lose, or your kid got an A on that homework assignment, or your business did something that you didn't think it could do. Whatever that is, even the tiniest things, like the sun is shining today, have gratitude for that, and do some journaling on that and see how else you can shift. Because I'll tell you, I've been out here almost an hour and I do feel the shift. And maybe I need to go home and have a really good cry and then hydrate some more, and I don't know, maybe that will make a big difference. So that's my invitation to you this week. Find the gratitude. And hopefully next week I will have, a more uplifting topic and be in a much better place where we can talk more about creating your life and choosing you first and taking care of you so that you can continue to be and do the things that you're brought here to be. Have a great weekend. Bye.